How's it going, everybody? Welcome into this AFC South show number 209. I'm the host of the channel. With me, as always, we got Isaiah, the Glitter Kitty Conquistador, host of Third and Teal.
Hey, Breaks by Duval TV. What's up? That's my boy. Already in here. Represent. He commented 40 minutes ago. Let's go. Jacksonville shows up early. We are polite. We're ready. He's probably not here anymore.
Then on the bottom right, we got co-host of Unstable, host of Kingmaker Sports. We've got probably the host of an infinite number of podcasts in the near future. Justin. Justin, how are we doing, brother?
Oh, really good, really good. Staying busy. Week 1 is in the books, man. It's fantasy football season, so I'll be busy putting out a lot of content.
Damn Skippy. Fantasy guru, folks. All right.
Oh,
Kingmaker Sports.
Kind words.
Kingmaker
Appreciate it.
Sports, at Kingmaker_DFF, all across the social medias. Down at the bottom left, we got Andrew, co-host of Titans Table for Two, and second year here on the channel as the resident Titans guy, right?
This is my first season. I started the off season. So
well, it feels like it's been forever already.
This is actually, we as a show, me and Christian saw, like, when we did our preview for the Broncos game, we hit our 1 year anniversary from when we started our show. So
okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, we've been a show for 1 year, been about with the network for about 6 months, I guess now. I'm just throwing that out there, somewhere around there.
Started from the bottom. We're still here. Let's
start
go.
From got more subs than Unstable.
Why is Unstable catching strays?
You teed it up. I had it.
Jeff's not here tonight, bro. Chill out.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Before we get started, sorry. I want to say shout out to my son. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Liam. Told him I was going to shout him out on the show. Happy 8th birthday, Liam. Love you.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Anyway,
maybe he'll grow up and be a Colts fan.
No.
probably not going to happen. Especially not with as deep as the two-tone blue runs in this man's core. I'd be surprised if his actual essence didn't come out that color.
Yeah.
Anyway,
these baby pictures are on a Titans blanket.
It's called a placenta, Curtis.
But yeah, his infant pictures, like right when he was born, are taken on a Titans blanket.
There you go. He had no other options.
Yeah.
But week 1 is in the books. And ladies and gentlemen, do we have some information and some reactions to give you? So without any further ado, we usually go the worst loser all the way to the best winner. So the worst loser, would it be the Texans or the Titans?
Texans.
Yeah, I think the Texans probably looked worse overall.
I think we also expected the Titans to lose.
I mean, that's valid. Okay.
But the Titans, I would say, in a, like, just vaguely, we outplayed the Broncos, honestly. Our offense was that bad.
I agree. I just think that, like, but the Texans were expected to be, returning, and they're
everybody had them winning the division, and it's week 1. They still might, obviously, but
yeah. 14-9 was definitely not on many people's bingo cards. We were the only team to allow 14 or less points and lose this week out of the 8 possible people that could have done it. But I want to start, I guess, with the offensive line. We found out earlier in the afternoon that Ed Ingram was not going to be starting at guard. And so they shuffled things up and moved Titus Howard back to right guard, and then Ariante Ursary back to right tackle, and then Cam Robinson was running as the starting left tackle. I'm not a fan of that. The fact that we have to move 3 players just to, compensate for one who's not even, he's a reclamation project at this point. He hasn't even seen the field. So there's no way you really can be building around this guy this much. But the mental gymnastics that the coaching staff must have had to go through to make that happen is ridiculous. And I'm hoping it's a sign of like, okay, we're gonna get this shit figured out. This whole game should have been a wake up call for them. I don't think the offensive line is really too awful. I think there is potential there. They were 7th in pressures allowed, which is an improvement from first last year. My bad. But the pressure rate of 41.2% is just not going to fly. There's been a steady increase every season that CJ Stroud's been a starter in the pressure rate. And no matter what we're throwing at the situation, it seems like nothing is really clicking. So the offensive line is an Achilles heel that we have had since Bill O'Brien. Like Laramie Tunsil was never going to solve the situation. He wasn't even a team player kind of guy. And if you go back and you look at the highlights of the Washington game, several plays, had his guy been responsible for taking down the player, he would have been highlighted a lot more for doing absolutely nothing on run plays. I think there's also a lot to be said about Nick Caley, the new offensive coordinator, and where did he come from? Well, he was with the Rams last year. And then if there's one person that's guaranteed to know how an offensive mind is going to work that has come from his building, it would be Sean McVay. They did all sorts of things. The wake-up call was answered. It was just answered poorly. You know what I mean?
Sent the voicemail.
Yeah. Defense honestly did a pretty damn good job. Jalen Petry's the biggest problem we have right now.
This is crazy.
Yeah. And that's where Puka Nacua was really feasting, was on Jalen Petry. Beyond that, I thought the defense was the only reason we were really in the game.
They tried their best to take Puka out of the game.
They did. They were doing everything they could. And they tried to kill Devontae Adams a couple different times, but that didn't work.
And bounties out on him.
Dude, that Henry Toe was laying some lumber down, bro. But even with all of the negative of this game, we only allowed 3 sacks. We got 3 sacks against Matt Stafford. And late in the fourth quarter, we were in a position to try to win the game. You know, our 4th string running back has the prototypical peanut punch unleashed upon him and fumbles the ball. That is textbook form on that thing. It is what it is. It's week 1. I want to encourage everybody to take a page out of Aaron Rodgers' playbook from, what was it, like 5-6 years ago, where he just spells RELAX.
Week 1 is the weirdest week in the NFL season.
It always is. Several years ago, there was that instance where the Carolina Panthers beat the crap out of somebody in week 1 and then lost the next 15 games.
Did the Patriots beat like the Bengals last year? Yeah. Won like 2 games all season. So
exactly. Breaks by Duval is back. TV.
Yo. What up, Duval TV?
I don't know. There wasn't a lot that the passing offense could do, generally speaking. They took Nico away using cover 2 and cover 4. Stroud mentions that in his press conference. Also kind of calls out his team for being kind of lazy, lollygagging. So honestly, kind of the attitude I want out of my quarterback. And I hope that they actually have the pieces in there in the office and in the coaching room to, I don't know, enforce some fucking discipline on these dudes.
Light a fire in somebody's ass.
I'm so tired of like illegal procedures and false starts and shit. I feel like back in the day that was just a lot less common because coaches were like, if you jump off sides, I will make you run until you shit your pants, kind of thing.
Unforced penalties are the worst.
Yeah. And I mean, the Titans had like 50 yards in unforced penalties. We also had like 40 yards in unforced penalties. Stupid shit.
Mm-hmm. Stupid shit that hurts the team.
Exactly. And we were getting them on defense. Like it was dumb shit. So D'Amico Ryans has long been a player's coach. I think he's got to find some backbone at some point and kind of lay the hammer down or something, because this is kind of annoying.
I mean, dude was a stellar linebacker. Like, act like a linebacker.
Yeah. What the hell, man?
You need to call Brian Cushing. He'll show you how to be a psychopath.
That's true. Although we should probably keep him away from Aziz.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you guys have any Rams Texans comments?
Ugly game. I mean, like I said, there's always ugly football week one, and it's weird. You can go to the Browns Bengals, ugly. Not every game is going to be the Bills and the Ravens week one for sure.
The Rams are good defense, though. Like, you got to give yourself a little grace on that. The Rams are a really good defense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even minus Aaron Donald, they're still a really good defense.
Well, they lose Donald and get Verse and Fisk. So, like,
but
not that those two guys are Aaron Donald, but like,
if Aaron Donald was
together
was still on that team, it would be worse than what it was. But I mean, I think it was a combination of the Rams defense being really good and your offensive line just being really bad. But everything else was okay. But as we always talk about, it always starts from that offensive line.
He said, "Yeah, I feel bad for whoever plays the Rams next." That'd be us. That's us, brother.
Isaiah, you got any Rams Texans?
Not really. I didn't get to watch too much of it.
Why is Dare in the game? Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh wow, that's so cool, Andrew.
We'll get to you.
Oops.
Hold on.
Oops.
I don't even want to talk. No, I'm just kidding. There's a couple times where CJ left the pocket and ran that kind of scared me because he didn't really slide. He just kind of took some hits. CJ's not a take some hits kind of guy. So I'd like to see them work on that with him a little bit. I understand you're trying to get that extra thing, but like sometimes you got to realize that you can't do it all yourself. And he's no 4-5 quarterback. Like, he needs to slide, not take those hits, and that way we can see him stay less beat up down the stretch. Yeah. But nothing too crazy. I just think that they did not do enough in the offseason to address that O-line, and it's showing early, but that's against a very good defensive line. So we'll have to see down the stretch if they can get some cohesiveness. But I think Cam Robinson being on the field is a mistake no matter who's hurt. So
yeah. There were a lot of times Cam Robinson was an absolute liability the other day.
Yep.
Okay, so Ursary practiced all training camp and offseason to left tackle just for him to play right?
So, yeah, because of all the line reshuffling, because Ed Ingram got hurt. Right. When we started off training camp, Titus Howard was right guard, Ursary was right tackle, and Cam was left tackle. Cam Robinson got hurt, and then Ursary switched over, and then they just never went back to Cam being with the ones again. And Titus was kicked out to right tackle, and Ed Ingram came in as the starter at right guard.
He practiced at right. I thought he said right tackle on Cam, but I thought he was at left tackle.
He was at left tackle for like the last 3-4 weeks.
It's like half and half of the all season.
Yeah.
So he did a little bit of both. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. When we started talking about it more, probably is when we were saying, "Oh, he's at left."
Yeah.
Okay.
And
why was Dare in the game? Like,
yeah, I was going to say, to answer your question, Dare is a severely underrated, like, third down back. We use him a lot in passing situations as a blocker because he's actually pretty solid as a third down blocker.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also adds to the team, specifically, I guess, a lot of special teams value. And he actually had some pretty clutch moments throughout last season. He actually caught the game-winning touchdown against the Jaguars at home.
Was Woody Marks active for this game?
Yeah, he was active, but I think he had 3 carries for 3 yards. I don't think they threw the ball at him at much of anything.
I think they're still trying to figure out how they're going to navigate that backfield, though. Because I mean, when Joe Mixon gets back, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But Woody Marks is really good. Like the guy can catch, and like I saw them at training camp. Him and Nick Chubb standing next to each other. They are the same size. So imagine having a player the size of Nick Chubb that has hands.
Yeah,
that seems like a guy that I want to implement into my offense.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe in that position. I don't know what is he good at pass blocking?
Oh,
because it's one of those. If he's poor at pass blocking, maybe you don't put him in there because it kind of gives the play away. He's going out.
Yeah.
So like Dare, since he is good at blocking, you can scheme up a little. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're also worried about, like, they did this with Dameon Pierce his rookie year. He didn't play, but he touched the ball 3 times his first game.
Yeah.
And then Lovie Smith was like, "Yeah, that's not happening." And then the next game he had 20 touches.
Okay.
So I historically, even Bill O'Brien would painfully slow bring rookies along into the season. Like Brevin Jordan's rookie season, we didn't even see his ass until week 9.
Bro, I've always waited on Brevin Jordan to be good, man. I like me some Brevin
I thought
Jordan.
he was going to be so good coming out too.
I still think he can, though. I mean, maybe he's just one of those tight ends that just take a long time to develop.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the average on that's 3 years. I know he's going on, year 4? This is his 4th year, right? So maybe that's just the thing. Maybe finally he's gonna get some run. But the problem is you got to use the guy. But when you got guys like Cade Stover and Dalton Schultz ahead of him, it's like, all right, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, Brevin is, he tore his Achilles or something. He's done for the year.
Yeah, sucks.
So,
I really still want to see that guy succeed, though.
No, same, but it sucks. All right. So the next loss would be the Titans at Broncos. Andrew, tell us about the game.
Well, so I'm going to start off with the positive. Special teams what ruined us a lot last year. Looked great. Sly was perfect on field goals. Hecker, ball placement was perfect on the punts. He had 1 touchback, but I'd rather have a touchback than a return. Coverage was great. We had a great kick return. DK took one, 60 yards down the field. Set up a field goal right before half. Defense looked really good. Cost 3 turnovers. He count 4 total turnovers. We get the muff punt. We created a lot of pressure. Jeffrey Simmons had a day, and he kind of it gets overshadowed because he had that dumb penalty at the end where he pushed the guy at the whistle right after the whistle. Whatever, you can debate that all you want. Regardless, he shouldn't have done it. To give them another first down, which we lost time off the clock because we were still in that game. We're down 8, 1 possession. Cam Ward looked really good. You look at his stats, you're like, oh, this guy busts, whatever. But he had 8 drop passes. 8.
It wasn't Cam Ward's fault at all.
No, Cam Ward was putting it in windows. 8 drop passes. There's another one where it should have been challenged when Elliott came down on his elbow. Callahan didn't challenge it because he thought he needed to have a foot down too. That's a big thing. How does he not know the rules? So Cam, and then I think one guy challenged when Gunner caught it. They said it wasn't a catch. I was like, that's a little crazy. So he could have easily been 23 for 28 or 200 something yards. But Cam, he had 2 bad plays that just really stuck out. The back-to-back sacks. Wide receivers dropped the ball all game. Absolutely. 2 back-to-back sacks after the muff pump that got him out of field goal range. You can't take those sacks. That was his worst 2 plays. Other than that, he played like the number 1 pick. And the amount of times the receivers got hit in the hands and just dropped it was crazy. So that's all positives. You know, we generated way more pressure than I thought. Like that was the question: how are we going to generate pressure? We don't have any elite edge rusher guys. But they rushed at the team. Femi got back there a couple times. I think they might only had a couple sacks, but they were making Bo Nix uncomfortable. I said turnovers were great. So the negative, obviously, the receivers catch the damn ball. Catch the damn ball. You have your rookie quarterback out here doing everything right, and you're not helping him out. Offensive line questions. Dan Moore gave up like 7 pressures. As soon as he was the biggest question mark going into the line, and he's still the biggest question mark after the game. Latham getting hurt towards the end of the game was not great because as soon as they did that, the backup right tackle was not ready. So, giving up some pressure. I mean, the Denver Broncos led the league in sacks last year, and they showed why. And they would get behind the sticks, and as soon as they get behind the sticks, Vance Joseph is bringing pressure. So, Cam did a great job for the most part. Receiver sucked. The Brian Callahan, the not challenge, he had 2 egregious Will Levis type mistakes. The not challenging the Ellick catch and not knowing the rules exactly how it's supposed to be done. 1 elbow equals 2 feet, man. If he gets an elbow down, it's catch.
What a dumbass.
And then when there was like 50 seconds left before the half, and he ran 3 pass plays out of his own 10, inside his own 10. I get the idea, like, hey, we can go get 3. Joey Slides had a leg. He was hitting from 68 yards in warmups. So you really only need 40 yards to get a field goal. But you're at a 6-3 lead. Just run it out and come back. We'll regroup. We're up. And then one of the plays was a screen, and all 3 guys went out to block. So Cam had to dirt it because no one stayed back to catch the fucking screen. I don't know how that happens, but so those 2 things got a lot of people 100%, especially Calvin.
Quite literally.
I think at least 3 or 4. Ellick dropped 1. Chig dropped 1. It was just wild how many drop passes we had. But fear not, great defense. You outplayed them. If you just don't look at the scoreboard. We had 4 turnovers. You don't lose games with 4 turnovers, but Titans always find a way. So I would say, I don't think anybody really thought we were going to win going into this game, but you get to feel good about how you competed, especially on the defensive side of the ball against a team people are picking to dethrone the Chiefs in the AFC West.
Yeah.
So, Callahan's going to have to. The penalties were major. I skipped over that. We talked about the 50 yards and unforced penalties, 130 yards in total penalties, like 131. And here, I'm never one to blame the refs, but a couple of these calls on Jarvis Brownlee are insane. These but not called. Riley Moss had at least 2 pass interferences that weren't called. Surtain got there early on Calvin on 1 play. I don't have a problem if you're going to let him play that way, but it's just the same thing as an umpire in baseball. Just keep it consistent. If you're going to have a low zone in baseball, consistently have a low zone. If you're going to let them play on both sides. Jarvis got called on a couple just egregious pass interference calls. I was like, what the hell is that? And then Riley Moss just takes Ellick out before he even has a chance to catch it, and nothing called. So, but I feel good about Cam. I feel good about the defense. Hopefully these receivers can get some new gloves next game.
Yeah. It was the Titans game was really the only game I would actually get to watch consistently, other than I think it was the Steelers Jets game that was on locally here.
Yeah,
as well. And there was another afternoon game that was on at the same time. But yeah, no, the Titans Broncos game had a lot of the same vibe as the Rams Texans. A lot of defense, not a lot of offense. What was the stat I heard? It was like y'all had like 130 penalty yards and like 135 total.
It was 131 penalty yards and 133 offensive yards. We had like -2 yards all the second half.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
If I'm a defender on this team, I'm pissed off.
I also heard that J.C. Latham got hurt, and that's not good.
Hopefully he's back this week. I don't know. We'll see. No, he wasn't put on IR or anything, as far as I saw. I mean, unless I missed something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could tell a difference on the right because he played really well actually, but he goes out the right side, got real weak, and the pressure started getting there way faster. So,
Yeah. All right.
but yeah, the whole second half, like first half ending, Callahan goes for all those. Then we punted. They're able to get 7, and then that's right when DK had the kickoff return. We were able to go 9-10, but we were up 6-3. If you just run it out, you go up 3 instead of down 1.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Anybody else got Titans Broncos commentary?
I just think I think Cam Ward's gonna be okay. I'm curious to see how Brian Callahan is gonna respond in his press conference. If he did it today, I didn't see it. How he responds to not knowing the rule on that.
He already came out. It was yesterday. They always do a Monday presser. He came out and said, I misinterpreted the rules. That's I take accountability for that, just like I expect our players to take accountability. I'll own it. I understand the rule book. There's a lot going on, and that 40 seconds you're trying to get the next play call in, blah blah blah.
Because as a head coach, all the scrutiny is on him, so he's got to be very critical.
That's what he said. He said they questioned him. They're like, "Is there somebody in the booth that's not like relaying this stuff to you?" He said, "There is, but it doesn't matter who's supposed to be doing that. I'm the head coach. I take accountability. It's on me." So
that's good.
You like to hear
all
that.
The right things, though.
The players, they had to ask the players, like, that's what we want to hear from our coach. Take accountability, just like he expects from us. So he said the right things afterwards. But now you got to go out and not make that mistake again. You're able to make that mistake. Don't do it again. You know what I mean?
Well, other than receivers, Kim Ward looked good, man. I think Kim Ward's gonna be okay.
Dude, some of those fucking windows he was putting that ball in.
Yeah, it looked really good.
And I don't know if the receiver, because he put some heat on those balls. Like it comes off a laser. And you better fucking be ready for it. So I don't know if they just weren't. I mean, you've been playing with them all fucking off season.
Well, I also wonder though, like with that amount of heat coming off the ball, like you probably want to add a little touch to it, because I saw the same thing with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson just gunning it, and these guys, like, when you don't need to do that, just put a little touch on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think but some of the passes where he was sticking it between like a corner and a safety, it needs it. We have a half a second to get it there, and I'm gonna get it there. And he was putting it there. Yeah, and he had, I know Chim ran the wrong route at one point. And he was getting in his ass. Lockett, either a miscommunication or Lockett ran the wrong route. And he had some fire. He's yelling, this is what you're supposed to be doing. So you like to see that from a young guy, because usually you see that from like an Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Or somebody who's been there a little while, like, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
I mean, they're going to put the C patch on you. That's what you got to do.
He's taking control of his team for sure. I mean, him and Jeff Simmons are the two guys leading this squad.
Awesome.
Isaiah, Titans Broncos.
I mean, I did watch a little bit of the game. I mean, for the most part, the only real rookie mistakes I saw Cam Ward making out there was the two where he just held on to the ball a little too long on a couple of plays. I mean, it wasn't very often. I think he still is adjusting a little bit to the speed of the game and has to realize that sometimes you just got to either get rid of it or let it go with a little more urgency. And then, just a little bit of the touch. Like, I definitely think that most of those balls should have and could have been caught. But, that's something he'll learn, though. I mean, it's his, first game in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to be just fine. He played well. Femi Oladejo looked really good. I do like him a lot. He's a great finesse rusher. He was getting back there quick, fast, and in a hurry. And then, I do think that some of those Brownlee ones, when I was watching, I saw two of them and I was like, like one of them, I was like, okay. But the other one, I was like, what the fuck was that? Like,
they said, if you're going to call him, fine, but call him the other way. You know what I mean?
Because Riley Moss did absolutely he was there way too early on one of them. And I was like, they really didn't call that? Like, what? Yeah, I don't know.
And the touchdown right before half was on Daryl Baker, who was actually in a decent position. Sutton's just that big of a dude,
Sutton's huge, man.
But Snead was on a pitch count. He only played 19 plays because it was his first action in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're expecting, and he played pretty well when he was out there, but he didn't play at all in the second half. 19 plays in the first half. He wasn't because he tweaked anything. It was just they put him on a pitch count, which understandably coming back. Hopefully, we see that kind of go away in the next week, especially when you got Devontae Adams and Puka coming to town.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, then let's move on to the positive side of
The
the
winners in the division.
yeah. We'll do Panthers Jags. So
Yeah.
Isaiah, take it away.
First and foremost, I do want to say this is kind of similar to like what Andrew said. The refereeing this weekend, just in general, was terrible. Literally, Brian Thomas Jr. got 3 feet down on one catch on the sideline, and they said he was out of bounds. Like bro pulled out his whole third leg, got it on the ground, and they still called it out of bounds. I don't understand how you do that. Everybody's freaking out because BTJ wasn't as involved as they wanted him to be, and he had some drops, and Trevor had some bad throws to him. Whatever. One of them was miscommunication down the sideline. Something we'll clean up as we go along. But BTJ is going to be just fine. Trevor is going to be just fine. Overall, Trevor Lawrence looked pretty clean. I think J.C. Horn on his interception. I mean, that's something where could Trevor have put it? I know. Could Trevor have put it a little bit more air under it? I mean, sure, but like not every corner is 6'1" with a 42-inch vertical. J.C. Horn made a hell of a play that not a lot of corners are going to make down the field. Trevor Lawrence just lost him underneath, and if he puts a little bit more air under it, sure, it could have been. But I mean, I think that was a really good throw. J.C. Horn just made a crazy play on it. But it's something you look to be cleaned up. And Curtis, I've been on the show for how many years now? 4 years, right? 3 years. And what have I been asking for since episode 1 of this fucking Jaguars team?
To be relocated?
No.
Oh, come on, Curtis.
Blocking?
No, well, that's part of it. What does blocking give you, though? What can you do when there's blocking?
Time to throw for Trevor?
No. We're gonna put it on a shirt. Remember, me and Jeff.
Run the damn ball.
Run the damn ball! Holy shit!
Yeah, we got to give Justin his flowers because Travis looked great this game.
Travis looked good. We talked about that on the show.
I can't believe Tank Bisbee's the one that gets traded.
I still think that
out of all the Tank hype, he's the one gone.
I still think that was. I don't like the amount of compensation that we got, and I know running backs aren't really worth shit in the NFL
for him.
But like we got nothing, and I don't really like that. I feel like Tank Bigsby to the team is worth more than a 5th and a 6th. But at the end of the day, I do think that LaQuint Allen and Bashaw Tootin looked really good when they played. We also just picked up, like we were talking about before the show, we picked up Cole or something rather Schrader from the Rams. Yes, that guy. But yeah, we picked up a new running back. We have Jaquindon Jackson still on the practice squad. Jaquindon Jackson's fucking huge as well, Arkansas kid. But defense looked okay. Oh, 5th can be a 4th, Robert. Was it conditional?
Yes. So that pick was used in a trade, which was a conditional pick with the 49ers. So if Bryce Huff gets 8 sacks or more, that becomes a 4th round pick.
Oh, well, fucking.
Now you got to root for Bryce Huff.
Fucking hell. Okay, well, I'm rooting for Bryce Huff. Okay, not as bad anymore.
Big Bryce Huff hands over here.
Yeah, not as bad. If we get the 4th, I'm not as upset. I mean, I'm okay with that. But at the same time, still not really a fan. I thought, especially when Tank's only on his 3rd year of his rookie deal. I mean, it really isn't costing you anything. But it just tells me that they were confident in the 2 guys that they drafted. LaQuint Allen Jr. looked good. Bashaw Tootin looked good. And I mean, it was kind of like the writing was on the wall because we really didn't see Tank a lot except for like a 4th and 1. We only got a couple plays out of him. What I will say, though, is Brenton Strange, god damn, he was blocking. He was a menace. He blocked 2 guys on that ETN 71-yard run that opened up the hole for him. He absolutely murdered number 7, whoever that is, on the Carolina Panthers on a trap block. It was great. Brenton Strange had a couple of first downs. He was catching the ball well. I think he was 4 for 4 or 5 for 5. Caught every ball that was thrown to him. And, Travis Hunter looked all right. I think people are overreacting about the defensive play where he was playing zone coverage and they threw outside of his zone.
I don't know why everybody was so hyped that he's going to be 50-50.
They even said before the game he wasn't.
Colorado, like he did better on the offensive side of the ball as a receiver. He didn't.
Well,
they
even said like before the game, like this week, that he was going to play. He was going to be an every down receiver, or like he's going to be a starter on offense and a situational corner. Like nobody should have expected him to play a bunch of plays. And
he played 3.
He had a couple good. No, I think he had like 8 or 9. He had a couple good catches on offense. He got some yards after the catch. That one JC Horn play, if that goes through and he catches it, it's a big play. And he dropped one though. I do know that was kind of ugly, but overall, Travis Hunter or Storm Duck. But overall, though, I was pretty happy. Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen got some good pressure on Bryce. Dude, we were hitting Bryce Young all game. There was one of them that I was kind of surprised they didn't call on Jordan Lewis, where he like dove and hit Bryce. He hit one arm on his arm and one kind of got him right at the lower end of the helmet. I was kind of surprised they didn't call us on that, but I'm glad they didn't. Jordan Lewis looked great in his first game in Teal. Had an interception, had 3 pass defenses and 5 tackles. Foye Aluakon, I regret not putting him higher in the top 25 for our division. He looked great. 1 forced fumble, 1 interception. I think he had 10 solos or 8 solos and 12 tackles, something like that. It looked great, man. But I'm pretty excited. Again, it's still the Panthers, though. I'm going to kind of temper my expectations going into this next week. Brady to Crunker, Indiana Jones, Tyler Warren. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm excited to carry this momentum into next week, though. Cohen is officially the first head coach in Jaguars history to win their opening game. Yeah, I mean that's really all I've got. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I want to know: was there really like was the game more competitive before the rain delay?
Not really.
I wouldn't say so. I do think that the rain delay definitely affected both teams because it was over an hour. And when you like Trevor Lawrence looked like he was just settling in and getting hot, and he threw that touchdown rollout. And then Bryce Young was kind of settling in a little bit too. And then that rain delay happened. And then they came out and only played like 8 minutes of football, then went back in for halftime. Yeah. So I think that really kind of killed it. But like I would say the third and fourth quarter, there was a lot of good defense being played. But the Jaguars just pulled one out, and Travis Etienne had a day. I think he averaged 8.9 yards per carry. And they just, they kept the ball on the ground and they threw a little bit. And they had a good day.
Yeah. They really
they're going to be. Yeah, no, they were talking so much shit in the offseason. And it was so funny when we beat the shit out of them because they were talking about how they were going to stomp a mud hole in their ass at home and all this different stuff. And we sent them back to Carolina crying, so we'll be all right.
And so they seemed like they were really feeding Britton Strange early. Then he didn't really get much work later in the game.
Well, I'm going to say he did have one play that was like 40 something yards, but he got called back on a penalty.
Okay. I didn't watch the whole thing, so
yeah, but they were running so much. He really Trevor threw the ball a little bit, but not too crazy.
You definitely see that Liam Cohen wants to use Travis Hunter for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get him as many touches as he could. It seemed like.
Yeah. What was your general thought about Travis Hunter's involvement?
I mean, I thought that they did plenty for it to be in his first game in the NFL. They threw to him. I think he got targeted 8 times. He was the most targeted receiver on the field for us. Defense, I mean, he played a little bit. He played a couple plays, nothing too crazy. This is our Colts. This is our but no, I mean, I'm happy with it. I think week 1 of his NFL career, we used him the right amount. We didn't overload him. And again, that if that JC Horn crazy interception doesn't happen, maybe we see a little bit more out of him. But we'll definitely be seeing more Travis Hunter as the season goes on.
Yeah. I feel like Trevor missed on a few easy passes, but overall he played pretty well.
Yeah, I do know that one of them was a corner out to BTJ, where BTJ flattened it into an out instead of the corner, and Liam Cohen even mentioned that in the press conference. And it was one where he threw it to the left side down the sideline. Looks like he just way overthrew BTJ. BTJ actually flattened that out into an out route instead of the corner. There were definitely 2 or 3 throws where I was like, okay, Trevor, you got to settle. He's kind of getting those happy feet again. And they even mentioned it in the press game or the post game. And he did say, that's something I'm still working on is my footwork. So There's a couple things I need to clean up, but overall felt good.
Overall,
about the day,
yeah,
so.
like overall,
Well,
he
they
played
already
well.
paid
It was-
him, so he better stop working on stuff. It should have been worked on already.
Well, I mean, any good player works on it their entire career. So
You know what I mean.
Aaron Donald was
Respect your
dancing
crowd.
with knives at 33 years old.
If I'm paying you that kind of money, bro, you should have it mostly figured out by
Well,
now.
it's a new coaching staff too.
But
That's
I don't
whole new
think this
organization.
is anything bad on Trevor Lawrence, but they are still going to have to figure out this offense because like a lot of people in fantasy, they're freaking out about Brian Thomas Jr. It's like, guys, chill out. There's nothing to freak out about.
people get so
new coach,
up in
new
arms
offensive
about week
scheme.
one. It's crazy.
Week one overreaction is the funniest thing for me. I love it.
There's 16 more games, guys. 16.
Yeah.
like
Somebody asked me earlier, which I do think this is a way overreaction trade, is Josh Jacobs, Jamar Chase, Hunter Henry, and Deontay Thornton for Jordan Mason, Jawan Jennings, Tet McMillan, Drake London, Travis Etienne.
Jesus Christ.
Like, in no way am I going away from that Chase side. Like, I'm taking Chase and Jacobs over, like, because Drake London just got hurt, over Travis Etienne and Tet. Like, don't freak out about Jamar Chase. Like, it's guys like BTJ. We know what that guy is. Let's not worry.
Yeah.
So,
I like your positivity here, Red Hot. Got a chance to put 2 or 3 teams in this division in the playoffs, is what he said.
there we go.
Anybody got any more Jags, Panthers, Pussy Pals commentary? No?
No.
All right. Well, then let's talk about the biggest blowout victory of the week. Colts 33-8 over the Dolphins.
Oh yeah.
So
God, that Dolphins team looks so bad.
So
It's a-
I do want to
it's a
say
fucking mess.
that because I know people are gonna come out that the Dolphins on paper the Dolphins offense looks amazing, but they've got a lot of dysfunction going on over there. And their defense is horrible. Okay, I am gonna start off with saying that their defense is horrible, but that I don't think that takes away from their performance.
No.
Because if their offense is supposed to be good, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua's a really accurate passer. He just it all ain't there no more. He's been hit way too many times.
They're a great 7-on-7 team.
Exactly. You're playing on 7-on-7. The Dolphins are who you want, but they found out that they needed to keep Tua busy and keep him under pressure, and they did that. So, I mean, look, I know I'm a little biased, but I think our front defensive line is probably one of the best in the league. They got in his face a lot. They got 6 QB hits on him. Quarterback pressures were through the roof. So that led to a lot of miscues, bad throws, and so much so that it had Tyreek Hill throwing a little baby fit on the sideline. I don't know if y'all saw that or not, which is funny because just after that, Jags Pizza just after that, or just before this past weekend, there was reports about how Tyreek is said he's changed himself. He wants to be a good role model for his kids and all this stuff like that. And then you go out here and you're like cussing and throwing a fit on the sideline. Not like throwing stuff, you get what I'm saying, but like, just being sour and all that stuff like that. So, so that's gonna eliminate it. Devon Achane, I mean, all they had to do was just contain the offense, and they did. 100% they did. They kept Achane 55 yards, dude. Like, you're not going to win many ball games. Your running back's only getting 55 yards and no tutties. The offense came out slinging. The Colts offense came out absolutely slinging. Daniel Jones looked so comfortable. I don't know what it is. This is not the same Daniel Jones that we saw in New York. Maybe, I mean, look, it's week 1. I know we just talked about overreacting, but other than like one goofy pass, maybe 2, like he looked very, very comfortable. The kid went 22 for 29. That's almost 70. I think it was at 78% or something like that through the air. Like, that's amazing. 272 yards, threw for 1, rushed for 2 touchdowns. So just he himself accounted for 3 touchdowns on the offense. That looked pretty good. But the biggest thing that Jeff and I talk about all the time is using Jonathan Taylor. And that was the thing that Shane Steichen did not do last year, is he did not center his offense around his run game. Okay? How's it go, Isaiah? Run the damn ball. It's a tried and true method that the NFL has used since the beginning. Okay, that's because the forward pass wasn't created, but still. But look, running the ball, that leads to wins. Okay, Jonathan Taylor had 18 carries for 71 yards. They were also throwing him the ball, which helps a lot too, giving him three attempts. He caught all 3 of his receptions, all 3 of them for 27 yards. So that's good. But behind that, though, I do want to hit on DJ Giddens. Okay, DJ Giddens looks smooth. I mean, he was literally out there, one of those pinball machines. Like, he was just bouncing off of defenders. He wasn't just going down on first contact. So DJ Giddens is going to be somebody that I think they need to really implement in this offense to spell Jonathan Taylor, to keep Jonathan Taylor healthy. Yeah, I get it. He's not Jonathan Taylor. You don't need him to go in and just be that bruiser between the tackles. He can just be that pinball guy, just going in between, boom, bounce it out for 15 yards, call it good, while JT's over there grabbing a swig of water. Not a problem. But Tyler Warren was everything as advertised that we thought he would be. Okay, Tyler Warren looked like a seasoned veteran out there. He wasn't nervous. He was taking hits. I mean, he looks like he's supposed to be out there. He looks like a grown-ass man out there. Yeah. I mean, they even lined him up in the backfield for one play. He got a 3 yards on a little run, which ain't nothing. But still, to show the versatility that they're using Tyler Warren in, not just as a tight end, that's awesome. So use this talent that you took with the 14th overall, use that talent, and they are. I mean, Tyler Warren, 7 receptions on 9 targets. Okay, so they're targeting this kid, 9 targets for 76 yards. All right, but the good thing that I want to hit on here, looks like baby Gronk. I mean, maybe, or new Gronk, whatever. But anyway, but week one was week 1. But I don't see this slowing down for Tyler Warren though. I really don't. Because you wouldn't have taken this kid 14th overall if you weren't going to use him this way. But something I really liked is that his average yards per reception were 10.9. That's really good. That means he's not just being used off the line. Like anything around like 7, I'm kind of worried about, because that means he's barely just getting in front of the linebackers. You know, I like the fact that he's got almost 11 yards on depth of target. So this could be really good. Dude, the Indianapolis Colts, for the first time since 1977, scored on every possession they had in this game. Every turnover they scored on, they made them pay. If you can do that, how many times have we gotten so pissed off watching our team where they get a fumble recovery or they get an interception and then boom, 3 plays later, they're punting the ball? Like, this is something that every one of us this is something that every one of us dream about our team doing, getting that pick and then going and getting points out of it, whether it be 3 points, 6 points, whatever. Like, that's what you want out of it. And that's what happened since 1977. And one of the biggest things that we don't have to listen anymore about any of y'all,
that's
and
when
any
Justin
of
was
the
born,
people on
wasn't it?
TV
1977?
is 10 years after. Come on. Yeah, I know a couple of these grays around the old chinny chin are starting to show. But no, so the 11-year streak is dead. The Colts finally won their season opener. Finally. 11 years is a long time. All right. So, but it's finally done. This offense looked good. Everybody was getting involved. So as far as the offense, that's something you really want to see. So I'm pretty optimistic about it. I have my reservations, but you know what? I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to see how it goes week 2 against the Broncos, especially if this defense can keep up. The defense looked lights out. Everybody got tackles. Everybody was around the ball. I mean, freaking Bynum just got to the team this year, got him a turnover. Xavier Howard made plays. Even doing, the whole defense looked really good, man. Lou Anarumo is let's ride. Come on, get out of here with all that. Come on. You saddle up. Hopefully that's not a Broncos reference, the whole let's ride.
The Russell Wilson reference, I think.
Russell Wilson's freaking nerd, dude. But no, man, like there's so much to be excited about this 33-8 win. I mean, it almost was a shutout until the very, very end. Almost was a shutout, but oh well, I'll take the win. Right now, it looks like we're leading the AFC South. Playing an AFC opponent with such with a big score like that. I mean, nothing to be upset about here. Lou Anarumo is as advertised. The players say that he's like a mad scientist. The defensive backs are kind of his baby. And man, I'm with it because we thought that we were in trouble when Justin Wally went down, who looked like he was going to take over for Jalen Jones as a starter. Dude, his boy that he brought over from Cincinnati was Jack Backey, however you say his last name.
Yeah.
Kid looks good. Kid looks really good. So I was a little skeptical about it. I brought it to Jeff. Jeff was like,
no, we can still clown that Vikings game. We can absolutely still clown that Vikings game.
So, but no, everybody looked good. But the thing is, with the defensive backs up and Lou Anarumo, check this out. So there were 3 sacks that our defense got on Tua, right? 2 of those came from defensive backs. So that already is telling me that Lou is doing something different than Gus Bradley. He's actually using his defensive backs in different positions. I like seeing that. Let's give them some different looks. Don't just say, "Oh, let's line up in the old wing T," the power eye.
Mike coming for you.
Don't give them the old plain Jane stuff they've been running since the 50s and 60s. Don't stop doing that. Okay. So look, I'm on board. I'm riding the wave right now. The blue wave's coming. I hope Denver's ready for week 2.
As far as my reaction to the Colts-Dolphins game, it looked like a professional sports team playing D3 college. That's what it looked like.
They look horrible, yeah.
Mike McDaniel, count your fucking days, dog.
Dude,
talk about a hot seat, bro, right?
That man's seat is so hot he can already smell the meat cooking. It is not okay how bad the Dolphins are, especially
with such a fall from grace, man.
So many people are calling them the worst team in football right now, which I don't know how you argue against that, though.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, they didn't look like they could do anything. There was no establishment of rhythm. Mm-hmm. They couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed. So, I mean, look, hats off to the Colts and the game planning and everything and the player effort. Phenomenal. I mean, you went in there, you did what you were supposed to do, and you fucking made a fucking stamp on the 2025 season.
Only play who's in front of you, man.
Yeah.
Has Tyreek Hill already requested a trade?
I'm sure him and Drew Rosenhaus are talking about it.
Did you guys hear that he was I think
go back to KC.
Another domestic DV?
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill?
Yep.
I am so shocked.
He better get back to Kansas City fast.
That happened.
Yeah. The people in Kansas City are protected. So
you jump in a car with a Georgia player, he'll be there fast.
He'll be there fast or never. You don't know which one.
One of the two.
Mike, there was a breaking news thing about it today, unless that was a development about that one from 4 months ago. But
wouldn't surprise me if there's another one.
Or another baby.
Oh yeah,
baby mama
allergic to not having kids.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else got Colts Dolphins commentary?
I mean, not much to say about that. It was like one team was playing a preseason game and one was playing a regular season game.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the same Daniel Jones. I think I probably could have done pretty good too behind that O-line. They were blocking really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, there was virtually no pressure all game on DJ for the most part. But that's good. He looked good. Definitely is going to make the games later in the year a little more interesting as everybody can stay healthy. And Tyler Warren looked really good. He was getting good catches, good catches through contact, and
Pittman looked really good too.
Some of them he was wide open. Yeah, Pittman looked good.
Pittman's back, but see the difference with somebody who actually knows how to throw the ball, though. Anthony Richardson doesn't know how to throw the ball,
well,
and
they also schemed it differently. Like you can clearly tell that this is schemed differently than last year and the year before. Like this Steichen seems like he's either he's either learned from his mistakes or he's acting like he has early, and we'll see what happens. But
he knows his job's on the line this time.
yeah.
I think that's what it is. He's like, hey, I need to actually try here today. I mean,
Red
but
hot.
Daniel Jones ain't no slouch on his feet. I mean,
No, he's fast,
the dude can
man.
run. People don't
Sneaky
realize that. Daniel
athletic,
Jones
am I right?
Yeah. he had 7 carries for 26 yards, and then those 2 rushing touchdowns. Now, look, they were on the goal line, but still, like his sheer size right there makes him able to do that.
Yeah.
They're definitely going
So-
to have a test this week with that Broncos defense.
Yeah, Tua sucks.
Yeah.
It's 2
We,
totally different defenses right there.
Red Hot says we owe the Broncos a revenge game. Hey, look,
Hey,
you
that's
know,
fair, dude. That's fair.
Broncos come out again and look as flat as they did against the Titans, and play a team who's capable of capitalizing on turnovers.
Okay, that was unnecessary.
Dang.
And
Hey, you know what? You can fight him on the 19th when we see him.
We're going to talk about. I see him every fucking week.
Oh, that's right. Huh? I forget. Y'all work.
He works 5 minutes from my house.
Well, slap him tomorrow then. You won't. You won't do it.
I'll see him Thursday.
special trip just to slap me.
I'm going to come in there Thursday and kick him
Hey,
right
Curtis, what's
between the
up?
legs.
I just run away.
I'm
Literally.
like, hey, Curtis, do a jumping jack for me real quick.
Oh God.
But that's going to be definitely a different test. Denver poses all kinds of threat that the Dolphins don't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that defense is going to tell a lot about what the Colts offense is really capable of.
mm,
Isaiah, tell our Gators to get it together.
I'm a USF fan this year, brother.
And Florida.
I'm a USF flavor this year, dude.
Hey.
You are.
I went to
Vanderbilt
school
looking
there,
good.
I went to school there so I can claim them. No, I honestly, we will not be successful until Billy Napier is no longer calling plays. He can be the head coach. We just need him to not call plays. He has zero situational awareness. He might be worse than Brian Callahan. And like we
I'm just
2
taking
minutes,
shots all over this fucking thing.
2 minutes and 34 seconds. You get the ball back. You're winning by 1 point. What is the one thing you don't do on first down?
Throw the ball.
Throw the ball. Not only throw the ball behind the line of fucking scrimmage. Also, if Vernell Brown, our true freshman wide receiver, is truly one of our 3 best receivers on the team, if he truly is, okay. Why in the fuck are we throwing a fucking fade route to a true freshman wide receiver with the game on the fucking line, 3rd and 8? We're winning by 1 fucking point.
That's that
Why?
cute shit.
Bro,
Getting
hit
cute.
him in that. I mean, now I will
talking about
say
me?
DJ Lagway threw a perfect pass. It hit Vernell Brown in the hands and he dropped it. But again, why do we have a true freshman out there on fucking 3rd and 8 to fucking keep the game from? I hate Billy.
Yeah,
Napier
don't
right
put the
now.
game in a freshman's hand.
Yeah, like if he really is one of our best wide receivers, sure. But goddamn, those lights got
Yeah.
bright, and they sure
And
as
not-
hell get bright, no matter how good.
And especially
you are.
not week 2 of your season. Like, come on, dude.
Florida's
Against the
okay.
team, against the
There's
team
no
that just knocked
Vanderbilt.
another.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
If he had been showing he'd been delivering all year long, and here it is, like conference title or whatever. Okay, I can get behind that.
I asked the same question. I was like, yeah.
Yep.
All right. So before we get out of here, gentlemen, were there any injuries of note?
Latham. Hopefully he's okay though.
No,
Okay.
nothing I know of.
Jake Andrews was carted off. Still no updates. He was the starting center last week. The Texans have so little faith in the 8 rostered linemen that they only dressed 6 linemen on Sunday.
Jesus. That's dangerous.
What?
Yeah. So when Jake Andrews got hurt, there was a lot of moving around.
What if you had one more lineman go down? You just
Yeah,
taking a
Cade
tight
Stover
end
in
at
there,
guard?
playing center.
Like,
Well, yeah. And then Cade Stover broke his foot during the game and didn't know and just kept playing.
That's a man right there.
I'm trying to think. Stingley had a little bit of a scorpion situation. He went into tackle Devontae Adams, and then Henry To'oTo'o came in to murder Devontae Adams and kind of scorpioned a little bit on.
You know,
Stingley.
To'oTo'o has a little bit of a history at this point of like absolutely annihilating his teammates.
Well, he didn't actually make any contact with Stingley. It was more of just like the sheer force of it kind of bent Stingley back.
I mean,
but fair point.
Didn't he go rivet for rivet with one of y'all's players like a week after the Aziz Al-Shaair situation? I'm pretty sure he had a chin strap breaker against one of y'all's other players last year.
I think that was Jimmy Ward, and Jimmy Ward was the guy who was doing that to our team for most of the year.
Yeah.
Although I think Henry T is the reason that Jalen Petrie got hurt last year.
Well, that's what happens when you teach your players to lead with the helmet. Just saying, it's happening to a lot of guys.
Kenyon Green got cut again. Yeah. He
leave your bags packed, man.
I mean, we could take him back at this point for league minimum. And I wouldn't be upset about that.
Hey,
back up.
All about the money. Take him as a good deal.
I mean, he could run block. That's the only thing he's got going for him. At Texas A&M, they never do like normal pass blocking stuff. So he never learned how to pass block until he got to the NFL.
Maybe they should try that, and maybe they'll win.
They did, and he can't.
Yeah.
If he's not going forward, he can't block you.
Yeah. It's like a T-Rex. You just don't exist if he's not going forward.
He can't kick back at all.
Nope. I can smell something, but something is not here because I don't see it. Fucking T-Rexes. All right. Well, any closing comments, gentlemen? No?
Well,
all right.
Decided for week 2.
Damn straight. We'll have a preview coming out this week. Probably what? Y'all want to do like Thursday night?
It's our normal day, but I'm off that day though, so we may be able to get everything done a little earlier.
Okay. I mean, we could do Friday.
Yeah. I'm free. I could do whatever.
Yeah, I should be able to Friday.
Okay. Friday would work then. Does that work for you, Justin?
Or Jeff?
Yeah.
Or Jeff?
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Okay. All right. Well, then you'll see us Friday. Go ahead, hit the like, subscribe button on this channel. We're at 621 at the time of this live stream. I'd like to see that number keep climbing. Head on over to Third and Teal. They're in the 800s now. Help them get along the 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm trying to get try to get them over the fucking threshold here. We're trying to all get there, but the sooner one of us gets there, the more it feels possible for the rest of us.
Yeah, every pod that we do. So,
yep. Damn Skippy. Down at the bottom right, we got Justin. Make sure you go to @Kingmaker_DFF across all the social medias. Make sure you subscribe to all of his stuff. Also catch Unstabled, subscribe over there, Kingmaker Sports, and Tag Team Talk. And then Andrew, you can find Andrew and his brother Christian holding it down on Titans Table for Two. And we will be having a Hendersonville, Tennessee live show September 27th from 12 p.m. to 2. It's a Saturday at Half Batch in Hendersonville. So if you're a Titans fan in the area, come on down.
Texans fan, Curtis will be there too.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Texans, me, Curtis, Christian, Jordan DeZaney from CBS Sports. We're going to be all there live, taking questions from the audience, everything.
Man, Jordan lives out by y'all?
Yeah, he lives in Hendersonville.
Oh, nice.
No. And then go over to That Real Texas Team podcast, subscribe. Good AFC South. Be good people, AFC South show and subscribers. Thanks for the great content as always.
No, Red Hot.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Sorry, I read that like a fucking third grader, but contacts are getting a little foggy right now. I've been up all day. All right. Well, folks, be good people. I want to thank you all for taking time to watch us. Hit like, subscribe. Fuck the Cowboys.